remarks may be too elementary, but I must be pardoned for that because there are a couple of people who are appearing for promotion exercise from scale 1 to 2, and there are others who are appearing from 5 to 6. So there may be some remarks which some of you may be finding too elementary, but for the benefit of everyone, I will just make those observations. Friends, when you approach the panel, the document that they have before them is the profile and the information about you that has been shared with the panel members. And all other relevant details about the kind of performance highlights that you would have shared with the panel member. If your branch, how your branch has been performing for a period of 2-3 years. So that is one particular information that is available with the panel members. And I have in my professional life conducted hundreds of interviews. So basically, there would be always some question that would come from your personal profile. Let's be very clear about that. First of all, say, can I continue? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible. You are audible.
Yeah,
we are able to
yeah,
listen.
yeah. Okay. So what I was saying, like in your personal profile, if there is a column that whether you have done CIB or not, if you are CIB, nobody is going to ask you. But if you are not completed CIB, you can expect a question on this. Why, when you are aspiring, say, to become general manager of the bank or AGM of the bank or chief manager, why is it that you have not so far completed this professional qualification? So you have to be prepared for that. Then comes, the kind of, trainings that you have received. Now, whatever are the latest whatever are the latest trainings, I think there is a lot of crosstalk. I am not able to.
Ravinji,
Can people be on mute?
yeah.
Because there is a lot of crosstalk that is happening.
I request everybody to mute themselves so that they can hear to what is being told. There is a lot of crosstalk happening.
Kindly mute yourself so that whatever I want to communicate to you, I am able to do that. Thank you. So what I was saying, suppose you have attended some recent training program, whether it is on risk management, on foreign exchange, on credit, on leadership development. You should be prepared to have a question on that as to what is the learning that you had from that training program. And you must mentally prepare yourself to answer that question. They may not ask question, but recent training which you have attended, you are expected to definitely know what are the key learnings that you had in that particular program and how is it going to benefit you in your professional life, and what is that you have learned and how you are implementing that in your day-to-day professional life. Then comes the question of your postings. Now, if you are a branch head or a regional head, you would have shared with the panel members the performance figures. Now, the key performance figures is always level of increase in deposits, advances, NPA level, profitability, non-interest income. There are some key parameters. If we have been able to achieve the targets, I think there would not be many questions. But suppose on many of the parameters, if you have not achieved the targets, somebody is definitely going to ask you, what were the reasons on account of which you have not been able to achieve for 1 year, 2 years, the targets that have been given to you? Because there is always a target and achievement that is tabulated and presented before the panel. Similarly, one particular question which is invariably asked is, which has been your best posting so far amongst all the postings that you have indicated? So, and if you say X, then you should be able to articulate very convincingly as to why you believe that particular posting to be the best posting that you had in your professional career. That is also one particular question that is invariably asked in the interview exercise. Then there would be always some questions on your SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis of the branch function that you are doing, as also of your own personality. They would ask you, can you tell us 3 major strengths and 3 major weaknesses? You know, so that can be asked you as professionally also as a person also. So you have to be able to articulate what are your strengths, weaknesses, threats and opportunities, and how you believe that you can convert your weaknesses into strengths and threats into opportunities. So that is also one particular question that can be asked from your profile, personal profile that is already shared with them. Now it is also important, suppose you are in central office and you are heading MSME department, or you are a branch head, or whatever role you are doing currently, you must be thorough about the rules and regulations governing the conduct of the business in that particular function. Because initial assessment is always done whether the concerned officer or executive is fully aware about the rules and regulations under which he has to conduct his particular function, which he is currently doing. So that is the starting point for making an assessment of the person. So we must be, whenever, whatever function we are doing, we must try to go through and revisit all rules and regulations pertaining to that function, because any kind of question in respect of that can be definitely asked in the interview process. So this is about the personal profile. So you have to, what I have given some examples, you have to prepare yourself on your personal profile on some of these key parameters. If unfortunately you have had some career mishap recently, if it is something that has happened in the past, I mean, you need not bother about that. If it is all settled, but if it is something that has happened recently, then you have to be in a position to articulate as to what happened, what were the reasons on account of which, and what are the learnings that you had from that career mishap that you faced. So that is so far as personal profile is concerned. Now, second aspect on which the assessment is always made is in respect of your awareness about the institution. One is your own function, your own performance. Now comes the institution. For the bank, like many of you are from Central Bank of India or from State Bank of India, you must know the key performance highlights of your bank. That is very important. And invariably, somebody would ask you, have you seen the results of your bank for the quarter ending, say December? Because March results would not be out. I'm pretty sure by the time you will be appearing for the interviews. So at least about Q3 results or any new initiative that has been launched by your respective organizations, uh, whether it is a customer-centric initiative or an employee-centric initiative, are you aware about that? So that is very, very important for us to be aware about the bank per se, the performance of the bank, and you need not remember, but key highlights should be what is the deposit of the bank, what is the advances of the bank, gross NPAs, net NPAs, return on assets. So these are some of the key highlights which everybody is expected to know. So know your bank is very important for each one of us. We cannot be only seen to be confined to our area of operation. We have to have awareness about the larger picture, that is about the bank as a whole. Right? So that is also, I think, some kind of preparations need to be made by all of you in respect of this particular aspect. And third aspect is now what is the general awareness about the economic environment, developments taking in the banking industry, depending upon which scale promotion you are giving. So for someone, it may be a technical question that may be asked about the general environment. For someone, it may be a conceptual question that may be asked. So you have to have that general awareness. Like I will give you an example. Recently, Reserve Bank of India has announced monetary policy few days back. Now it is expected of all of us as bankers to know the key highlights. You need not go through the entire comprehensive report. No, I am not suggesting. But what are the whether rates have been changed, not changed? What is the repo rate? What is the reverse repo rate? What is the targeted level of inflation? Targeted level of GDP? I mean, key highlights in order to reflect that, yes, you are aware about what is happening in and around the industry and you are keeping track of that. Then so many important announcements are always made as a part of the monetary policy statement through a supplementary statement of development and regulatory policies. Like you would have seen, some 12 announcements were made by the governor in this particular monetary policy. You should be at least, suppose you are asked, what are the other important announcements that were made? At least you should be able to recall 3, 4, 5. It is just to, test whether the concerned officer or executive is aware about the environment in which he is operating, right? And then, like we recently, our Honorable Finance Minister had presented the Union Budget on 1st February. There were some very, very important, announcements that were made by the Honorable Finance Minister pertaining to financial service sector. That you will all recall, there was a proposal that we are going to set up a bad bank, right? How that is going to be operationalized. There was a proposal that there is going to be a domestic financial institution that is going to be set up, DFI. So what is the name of that DFI? How is it proper? What kind of capital it will have? What is the target level of business over a period of 5 years that is going to? So this kind of, I'm not saying about the entire budget proposals, but key budget proposals and key highlights of the budget should be always, we should be aware about them. And you can only pick up those proposals which were pertaining to financial service sector. There were 8-10 proposals. I think one can quickly go through them and just try to keep prepare to answer any question if it comes on that. So that is another aspect. And one aspect on which invariably I have seen question is asked to every member, be it top management, be it middle management or junior management. That is in respect whether you have read today's newspaper. And let me tell you, economic newspaper. And invariably the answer is okay, we are so busy in our day-to-day routine that we don't get time to read. That is not something which is expected. You know, you may not read the entire newspaper, but whether we read important news or not, that is very important. And somebody would definitely ask, Acha, okay, if you are not read today, maybe last 1 week, did you read any newspaper? Tell me one or two uh, announcement that appeared in respect of the banking sector. So that is something that we have to be definitely aware of. So that is also I have seen where most of the people, they are not coming well prepared. If not that day's newspaper for any reason, at least you should have had some knowledge, because that gives an impression that you are keeping yourself very well informed. Now, what are the tools that are available? Now, I have been suggesting to most of the participants that at least you all have, smartphones. You can activate some Google alerts like Reserve Bank of India. So you activate your Google alert for RBI. All important announcement made by RBI would automatically come to your phone. So you need not even visit the website of RBI. You can just go through that from that alert, 6, 7 announcement, because every day you are going to get alert. Every day you can keep yourself posted. Then you can have a Google alert for your respective bank. Like if Central Bank of India is there, you put a Google alert for Central Bank of India or Google alert for SBI. So all important announcement made by SBI or CBI would be automatically covered in the Google alert. This is a very, very useful tool which should be made use of by everyone to keep ourselves aware, because this is something on phone while you are traveling at any point of time, you can just read in your layer and keep yourself updated. Another aspect that I want to tell, that whenever we appear before the interview, our first impression when we enter, the way we dress ourselves, the way we present ourselves on that first impression is very, very important in any interview process. That I am telling you, moment you will enter the room, I mean, the first impression that you make will have a very, very significant impact on the interview that is going to follow. So you should not be it should not give an impression that you have just, for the sake of coming to the interview, you have come. You should be appropriately dressed for the interview. You should have that particular, mannerism to enter, to sit, to say, I mean, whatever greetings you want to exchange. So that kind of basic, protocols or etiquettes that we need to follow, that is also, there are some soft aspects that is equally important in the context of preparation of interview, as along with other aspects that I have just talked about. So what I will do, I will stop here, and I would request respected Sundarajan Saab to take over and share whatever additional thoughts, perspective we want to share. And then whatever questions that any one of you may have, you can pose to any one of us, and we would be more than happy to answer those questions. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Galil sir. I mean, you have exhaustively covered. Fantastic. Dearest friends from the banking fraternity, it is always a pleasure to meet the colleague bankers. At the outset, my best wishes to all of you. You people should come out successfully in the interview that is going to take place very shortly. You are all champions. You are all born to succeed. I'm going to only talk about the soft aspects because Kalia Saab has exhaustively covered how you should prepare and how you are going to do this. You see, in all these interviews, what is important is smaller things you take care of yourself, the bigger things will happen automatically.
Not exactly.
So now, first and the foremost thing, you are going to attend that interview. What dress you are going to wear? What is that attire? What is that? If you are a male, assuming that no, are you going to wear that suit? What tie? What pant? What shirt? Etc. Please plan it well in advance. I know many people who are all subjected to a lot of tension. They wanted to wear a dress that was not missing, so it creates a negativity on that part. So please take care of the smaller things. What is that you are going to, how you are going to present yourself? Because apparel makes a man or a woman. That is also equally important. So please prepare right well in advance. Present yourself in a majestic manner before the interview team. And then always be cheerful. Keep smiling. Do not allow the tension of the interview to be on you at all. This is my
Correct.
humble request to you. Because what will happen, your brain is a supercomputer. Just as, in summer we require AC, your brain also requires AC always. You have to be cool. As the youngsters say, cool, be cool. So you should always be cool. And then do not allow the tension, do not allow the system to get heated up. Allow it to be cool. Believe me, if you allow it to be cool, whatever you read in BC, the computer will be able to retrieve that information and give it at the spot. Without your knowledge, this will happen. And please be positive. Please be positive. Never ever criticize anyone. Be it your predecessor, be it your regional manager, be it your zonal head, be it your executives at the head office, never criticize. Or be it a finance minister, or be it a RBI governor. Probably you may not, you will have a different opinion. Okay, difference of opinion will be there, but please do not criticize. Always be positive and please believe, dream that you are promoted. Dream that you are promoted even before attending the interview. Please feel that you are promoted. Allow the success to go into the each and every cell of your body. Enjoy it. Now the dream will not make you to sleep at all. It will make you to perform very well. I have seen, I have experienced, I'm not just giving you as a management expert, I have practiced it and it has helped many. Never ever give room for pessimism. Don't ever think that I don't have Godfather, I am not known to this person, so I may not get etc. etc. Never, never. No negative feelings at all. Always be positive because always the nature, when you are negative, the nature expects you want the thing to happen. So nature being what it is, you should always be positive. Never ever attempt to find out from your previous person what question they asked. That will send a negative emotions in you. Never ask them at all. Remain cool. Take a deep breath. Relax, relax, relax. Make your system as comfortable as possible. And do not allow the pressure to build. Smile. Always smile. Even in the interview, please keep on smiling. Give them the smiling feature. Because, see, today you will appreciate it because the COVID or no COVID, everybody is worried, as if the people come out with a worried face saying that no, tomorrow morning they are going to be hanged. Why we should? Why not we smile? It increases the face value. While answering also, please keep on smiling. And always, practice makes a person perfect. Practice yourself right now. Right from today evening onwards, you start practicing. Either you close your eyes and visualize, you are going to attend that interview for the post of scale 2, scale 4, scale 5, scale 6, whatever is the scale in which you are all appearing, and presume that you are going to enter the room. As I enter the room, there is a table, about 3 or 4 people are sitting there. I am entering, I am going to greet them, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, as a baby. You are going to enter there and you are saying, and the people say that Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, please take your seat. Thank you so much. Sit in a gentle manner, not in a manner more comfortable, not in a manner you are sitting at the edge of the seat, etc. Sit in a manner which is comfortable, and then they put the question. When you answer the question also, you please answer looking at all the interviewers. Do not, assuming that Mr. Arvind to put a question to you, don't answer the question only looking at Arvind. Why I am saying that is, suppose Mr. Kalia were to put the question, before you complete your answer, unknowingly you will exhibit a body language that you don't like it at all. Whereas once you start looking at all the 4 people, all the 5 people of the entire interview team, they will not ask you any question at all. Please, you test it, it will happen. So when you start answering itself, just look at all the interview members and start answering. Then even if somebody were to interrupt you and put it, I will answer it. Can you please give me some few minutes to complete it, sir? Madam, like that, you can do that. So that it will help you. So please smile. When we start working in banks, we have forgotten what is smile. Whereas when we were 4 years old, we have laughed 400 times a day. Now please start smiling. Smiling doesn't mean like a hero, I mean like a villain smile, etc., etc., a thing. And then please mock interview. We are going to conduct a mock interview. We are going to raise your questions, put the answers, and we will also rate you, say how you can improve. These are all positive strokes that we are going to come to you with this. And then don't be anxious about that interview at all. Please remember, you are already joined, you are confirmed. Irrespective of the performance in the interview, they are not going to ask you to go back home, etc. You will continue to be in the service. Never ever give value to the society, saying that what others will think if I were to fail, etc., etc. Do not allow the thought to come to you at all. And always be positive. I am a born champion. I am born to succeed. I will definitely succeed. Like that, you do that. And keep on, relax yourself. On the previous night, please do not keep a midnight candle and go on preparing on the previous night. Don't do that. Allow your system to cool off. Relax, enjoy, see an IPL match, or listen to the film music, or listen to the whatever this one music you love. Listen to this. Make your system as comfortable as possible. Never think that I have not prepared this, etc. Kalyasap has given you the hints. What are the things that to be prepared? Prepare them. Take your notes. Keep the notes. Go through that. Do the rehearsal. Put the question. Answer to that. And you will be definitely, your performance will be much, much better this one. And then be conscious of the body language. Exhibit confidence while answering itself. You should exhibit lot of confidence and exhibit enthusiasm that you are ready to shoulder any responsibility, etc. Suppose if they were to put you that your promotion will be with a transfer, never hesitate. I will be too happy to shoulder any responsibility that is assigned to me. That you answer it. And then if they ask you which one you want, you say that, sir, I enjoy job. It is not doing a thing which I like. I like whatever I do. Since you ask me, I would love to work here. That way you add and project yourself. Project yourself as lot of energetic person. Project your positive attitudes. Project that you love challenges. Project that you are a champion. Do not allow the stress to build up. Enjoy. See, whenever you have stress, please go to the nature. Enjoy the nature. Then you become build up. This is what I thought as a soft signal I will share it with you, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely you will succeed. You will succeed. You are bound to succeed. And then go with all the optimism, all the confidence, with all the things, the best qualities in you. Gear up, bring all the best qualities in you and see that no, you smash that interview. You should become number one, not succeeding. Now you should plan how I will be the number one in the rank list so that I will be the number one. Now, like, Vimal used to say, only Vimal. So you should say, only me. That way, even if there is one interview, one vacancy, you should get it. You will get it. And then you should always say, I can, I will. Okay. I leave with this. And if any question that you people want to ask, you are most welcome to ask.
Well,
Because we are all your
I will
friends.
just add
Yeah.
one line
Yeah. Sure,
only
sir.
for the benefit of everyone. See, there are always opinions. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah. So what I was telling that there are always occasions when we are asked some question to which we are not in a position to furnish an answer. It is always desirable to tell to the panel member, sir, I am not in a position to recall the answer to this question right now, though I have read about this subject, rather than say, I do not know. You understand what I'm saying? That creates a very negative. It's just how you present yourself, right? I'm not able to right now recall the answer to this question, but I remember having read on this. That's it. That I think is something that I just forgot to mention. That is also equally important because rather than going on saying on every, second question, I do not know, sir, I do not know, that creates a little different impression with the panel members, right? So now the floor is open to everybody to raise their doubts, questions, any specific guidance, inputs that you need to prepare yourself for the interview. But as we have been told, there is going to be a mock interview where specific, whatever we have talked today, that would be actually put in practice. And then all these questions like about your performance, about bank's performance, these will be asked, and then whatever inputs we can provide, we will provide at that point of time. So over to all of you.
Sir, if you permit, I would just add,
Please,
talk to
please.
them for 2-3 minutes,
Please,
Yeah,
please, sir.
and
please,
then we
please,
can
please.
have the floor open for them.
Please.
So, friends, you have heard two of the legends of banking industry telling you how to prepare for your interview and how to answer your questions. So, I hope you have got quite a lot of inputs which can help you in your preparation. I would just like to add what they said. I would say, I will summarize or how you implement it in actual practice in your preparation. For example, lot of questions will be there from your promotion application or biodata, whatever is there. So study that very, very carefully and prepare questions based on that. On your own, prepare your answers also beforehand rather than getting stumped in the interview. Now, if you have mentioned in your promotion application that you were working in MSME, or you have handled MSME, or you have made Nari Shakti loans, then you are bound to be asked questions related to that field. So it is always better that you are prepared for those questions beforehand. Prepare those questions, find out those questions, find out the answers right away, so that in the interview, that this exercise by itself will increase your confidence by many times, because you know that whatever they are going to ask, I am ready to answer. Sundarajan sir said you had to be very, very positive in your interview. Now, each answer that you give must reflect your positivity. So as he said, you may be asked, where are you going to be posted? Where are you, like, Where do you want to be posted? So the way he said, you can answer that. You should not be giving a particular preference for anything on your own. But after all, if they press, you can say, I will be ready for this place, but at the same time, I can handle anything. That positive attitude must always be there. Then one very small aspect which all of you have to be careful is when the interviewer is asking you a question, listen to that question very, very carefully. Sometimes what happens is that he is asking about a particular topic and I am very, very conversant with that topic. So I immediately start answering, whereas the question might have been slightly different from what you have perceived. So give a time to the interviewer to finish his question. Take a pause of 3 seconds, structure your answer, and then start replying.
Very
Again, there is a tendency amongst all of us to reflect our knowledge in the interview. That I know a lot. Yes, you know a lot, but it can also land you into problems. Because when you are answering, you bring in many, many terms which you are not very comfortable with. But the interviewer is actually going to pick up from your answers and ask the next question. So if you're not comfortable with a particular term, don't bring it into your answer. If you know it, do bring it in. So that's why, as Kalia sir had said, do a SWOT analysis of your own. This is where that SWOT analysis is going to be very useful to you. Know that this is the area where I'm comfortable, where I can answer the questions. These are the areas where I'm not very comfortable. Preferably avoid that. There will be some open questions to you. Tell us you about yourself. Tell us about your branch.
correct.
Where do you see yourself after 5 years, 6 years? Now, when you are asked this kind of a question, you don't have to narrate your biodata. They have it with them. You can say 1-2 sentences about your biodata, but then you have to come out with your achievements. I have done this, I achieved that. Because the moment you start answering those achievements, they are going to pick up questions from there only, and you have actually taken the interview to an area where your strength lies. So do that. And I would say you have to be, as Kalia sir said, that aware of the latest happenings. Now, how do you do that? You have to be aware of your bank. You have to be aware of your
Correct.
bank, your branch. So what you can do is read the latest investor presentation of your bank
Correct.
of December. It will give you a lot of information, and many of the questions you will be able to answer from there itself.
Correct.
Read our Bankers Weekly for the past 3 months. Many of the current happenings you can answer from there straight away. And something about etiquette, Sundarajan sir, Kalia sir, they have covered already. I will just say, whenever the question is being asked, you are answering, interviewer might interrupt you and shift to another question. So let that interruption be there. But at the same time, when the interviewer is asking a question, you never interrupt. You have to listen to him very carefully and then answer. It should never happen that you are interrupting a interviewer. So take care of these very, very small things. Now I leave the floor open to you for your questions to the panel members. And one thing more, I have a request to make. Because we are about to commence the mock interviews, we will need your biodatas. So please send your biodatas immediately. And I have sent you the mock interview dates and times by email. If anybody has not received, you can send a WhatsApp message to me. I will convey it to you again. Like it happened today that I have not received, many people said we have not received the meeting link. It should not happen with your mock interview. When I say that I have sent you the meeting link, please do check that you have received the meeting link. It should not happen that at later stage, just about at the fag end, you are telling me that I had not received the meeting link. Like it happened today. Actually, I should have introduced both the panel members to you today, but due to all this, many people said we are not able to join, we are not getting the link, and due to that, actually Kalia sir and Sundarajan sir had to introduce themselves to you, and I could not do that. I lost that privilege. So now it's open to you, friends. You can ask your questions. हाँ शर्मा जी कुछ पूछना है आपको?
जी जी
हाँ पूछिए ना.
सर मेरा एक प्रॉब्लम है कि मेरी लास्ट 4 ईयर में 4 ट्रांसफर हो गई है.
ओके
मैं सीनियर मैनेजर हूँ जी. लास्ट 4 ईयर में 4 ट्रांसफर हुई हैं, तो उसके बारे में मेरे से जानकारी चाहेंगे तो मैं क्या उनको जवाब दे पाऊंगा?
No. See, Sundarajan Saab, you would answer or shall
Yeah, I can answer also. See, Rakesh ji, don't get disturbed that 4 transfers have happened in 4 years. See, all these transfers are not request transfers. Management transferred you. And you should always make it as a positive thing, saying that I had the privilege of working in 4 different places in the last 4 years. Management has given me the assignment. I very welcomed it, and then I have taken up my shoulders and I have done this. Whatever the thing that I have done there, the best thing you choose and say that. So the management has given me these different roles, and I am thankful to them that I could learn so many things, etc. And I have done it. So make it positive. Don't make it a complaint. Normally, human being would say, 4 years, I have not been allowed to be there. Normally, 3 years to be there, whereas I have been disturbed. Never say that. Convert it into positive things. Always, adversity has to be converted into an opportunity. This is the positive man's quality. So, that way you make it. Kalia sir, you can add it. You can add.
So, Rakesh ji, unless and until your transfers are request transfers, as Sundarajan Saab very clearly pointed out, there is nothing that you should need to be bothered about, because it is the management's prerogative to transfer you at any point of time, depending upon the exigencies of the business. Wherever they need to have you, they would have posted you there. Unless and until it is as a result of some specific reason, which you may be privy to, which we are not. We are believing that your transfers have been routine transfers initiated by the management, and I think this gives you a much larger exposure. If I am transferred to 4 different cities, I get exposure of working in those 4 cities. So unless and until it is a request transfer, then that is a question of bother. Then it has to be handled differently. Or B, if it is for some specific reason of which you are privy to, which you may be aware of, or why you are being frequently transferred, then that question has to be dealt with differently. Otherwise, there is absolutely no reason for you to be even bit concerned. Management has transferred you. That is their prerogative, and your duty is to obey whatever instructions are received and make best of the opportunities that are being provided. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any other?
Any question for the lady members?
Yes, sir. Myself,
Yeah.
Deepali. सर
Yeah.
मैं अभी 4 years तक सर एनबीओ में पोस्टेड थी, तो मेरे को अभी बैंकिंग की जो डे टू डे वर्किंग है इतनी ज़्यादा अभी नॉलेज नहीं है सर. अगर बीच में अगर कोई सवाल इससे क्वेश्चंस अगर रिलेटेड कोई पूछता है तो मुझे क्या जवाब देना चाहिए? हेलो.
Yeah. Your question is understood. अभी reply दे रहे हैं आपको.
Yeah.
So,
Shall I, sir?
Madam,
Kalia sir, आप जवाब दीजिए.
See, what you are saying is that you have been sent on deputation to somewhere?
नहीं sir, posting at NBO.
NBO.
First,
Okay.
yes sir.
Okay. Right. So,
Sir, and
that is what I was trying to explain to you when I was making or giving tips. See, whatever may be the nature of assignment that we have been given, at least we are expected to be aware about that assignment which we have been interested. That is number one. Number two, whatever may be the assignment, we need to be aware about what is happening so far as bank is concerned. As Arvind ji said, suppose is it not expected wherever we are working as to what are the key performance figures of my bank, and is it not expected of every one of us irrespective of the particular posting that we should be aware about what is the general banking environment in which we are all operating. So my request would be, it cannot be because you are working in a, yes, if they are asking you, you can definitely say that I have not been able to have that kind of, because for last so many years, I was working in a particular function. And I personally believe any interviewer would ask you question more relating to the particular function that you are performing
Yes.
rather than functions in general, right? But that doesn't mean that you should not be generally
Question.
aware about your bank, about the general economic environment that each one of us expected to have. But you may not be very well versed in risk management or foreign exchange or treasury. I don't think any good interviewer would any time ask you these kind of questions. Those technical questions are never asked, which are not pertaining to your area of function, normally speaking.
दीपाली जी, MPO
Assignment
का
is one.
मतलब क्या है?
yes
MPO means what is that? Can you expand? MPO? You said I worked in
sir,
the MPO. What is it?
non sir, non-business office.
Non-business, like for example,
Uh, where
It is support services,
clearing of
support
service
services body,
now they are called service support branch, SSB.
service support branch.
okay, okay,
Support
okay,
Yes
services,
sir.
no sir, whatever we have, that is what.
okay. No, you can project yourself saying that this
Yeah,
one,
Yes.
given an opportunity, I would love to earn, I would
correct.
love to learn and do that. See, attitude. Attitude is very, very important. That's why I was just telling you, please exhibit your enthusiasm, exhibit your positivity, please exhibit your energy, please exhibit that you are ready to shoulder anything on behalf of the bank. That is what is you should do that. Now presently I'm doing, given an opportunity, I would love to do this, learn and do this. I am a learner, I am a quick learner. That way, exhibit. See, nobody will hang you saying that why you have not learned. Now once you say this, they will say very good, very good. Then they will ask you which one you are from support services, which area you would like to go. And then
Correct.
again you say that, you counter them, saying that, sir, it is not like a thing, I would like to do a thing which I like. I would love the thing which I do. Anyhow, since you ask me, I would love to work in this. Like, wait, you go there. Then they may ask you, why
Correct.
you want to work there? Sir, again, you answer it. That way, one after the other, absolutely you need not worry. That,
Correct.
please don't have a mindset saying that since you are working in support service, you may not get promotion at all. Please never have that. You you will be promoted. You will be promoted. So go with positivity, saying that I am equally, I have worked in a branch, I am working like a branch. You are also contributing to the growth of the bank. That you please remember. So, support service, definitely you have a good thing and you will catch up. You are energetic, you are young, you are a learner, you have the attitude, you have the aptitude. So, definitely you will succeed. That you exhibit. That you exhibit, Deepalaji. That you exhibit.
Okay,
And
thank you sir. Thank you.
bring into your answer whatever good things you have done in support services. That will help you in your answer.
Okay sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if there are no more questions, are there any further questions?
Sir,
Yes, please come.
Yeah.
Yes, Zina.
Yes, Jinaji.
hi. Sir, if someone will ask, tell me about yourself, then what are the points we have to keep? Means our achievement we can say in this.
Yes, yes.
Yes, definitely.
So tell
Our
me about
achievement,
yourself, Veer.
Yes, that's what
That
I
is
was
what I was
explaining to you.
explaining. Okay,
Yes,
you have to be conscious of all your strengths, all your achievements. What is that? And simultaneously, when you tell about yourself is the question, you should be candid enough to also say, but these are the shortcomings on which I am trying to work, right? Because everything cannot be hunky dory in every person's personality. There will be always strengths and there will be some weaknesses. So a good answer is highlight your achievements, but also simultaneously point out that these are the areas where I am currently working to improve myself because I need to work on that. That is what would be my way of answering this.
right,
About
right. Very
yourself,
nice.
don't only restrict to uh, only achievements. Because when somebody acknowledges that there is something that I need to work upon, that person is considered to be a reflective person who is doing some kind of self introspection. Understood? So that's a positive quality.
Dheerajji, just to bring out that whatever the confidence that the management is going to force upon me, I would live up to that. Bring out forcefully, so that the interview team will become this one. Yes, we have to promote Zenith. That way, do it. I mean, see, as I told you, please remember you are a born champion. You are born to succeed. So you will succeed. What you think will happen in life. So be positive, be forceful, be enthusiastic. So exhibit all your enthusiasm.
Thank you.
And another thing, I know I have a request. See, you should know what is the importance of the day. For example, today, if the interview is there, some interview member asks you, what is today? Can you say what is today? One is today is the memorable day of Mr. Moraji Desai. That is the one thing. Second, this is also the day of Internet of Things, IoT day. They call it in technology IoT day. So you should, I mean, floor them by coming out. What is the importance today? So that way they will say, oh, you are aware of this also. So that means you scored 70% already. Only 30% you need to answer. That way, impress them. See, it's like economics. The interviewer will think that you know only this much. Through your answering, you will make them to know that you know much more than what they thought you to
Correct,
know.
correct.
Thereby, you are selected. That
Yes,
way,
yes.
do that. Do that. All of you can do that.
Chaliye. Chaliye, all our good wishes to all of you
Yeah, good
for
wishes.
for preparing yourself very well for the interviews. And I'm sure that the mock interview exercise that you are going to have in coming days would also help you further. As Sundarajan Saab pointed out, believe in yourself, be positive, and always say that yes, we are here to succeed. If that positivity is there in your personality and that gets reflected and that gets transmitted to the interviewers, I can tell you 80% success is already assured. You need to be positive and confident of yourself that yes, I'm here to succeed. That is a very important, I think, guidance that has been provided by Sundarajan Saab. Always believe that I am born to succeed in life. That is a very, very healthy attitude to that. And you you would have also seen in your life some people come to meet you. They seek appointment with you for 10 minutes and you don't want to spend even 3 minutes with them. And there are others who come to you for 10 minutes appointment and you end up spending half an hour with them. Have you ever asked yourself what is the reason for that? That is the kind of, once a person, you are able to create that impression, then he starts, yes, here is a person I need to interact. In my professional life, I'm telling you, there have been several occasions when I gave appointment for 15 minutes and after 5 minutes, is there anything else that I can help with? Because I was just feeling that there is no purpose of having any further discussion. But there were also equal number of opportunities where the appointment was for 20 minutes and I must have spent 40 minutes unless until there is a next appointment that is scheduled on that day. Because timelines have to be always maintained, because you cannot try to engage with somebody at the cost of somebody who's waiting for you. So what I'm trying to say, those vibes, if you are able to communicate, that creates a lot of impression. And I have seen as myself that some people will come and within 5 minutes, they will create a positive impression on you before you have even started the interview process. So that's all that we can suggest from our experiences. So all our good wishes to each one of you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that going forward, you will all succeed. Over to Arvindji and Sudharajan.
All the best. All the best. All the best.
So friends, many thanks for all of you to having attended this session. I thank Sundarajan sir and Kalia sir to have given you so many inputs which will be very helpful to you in your actual interviews. And of course, we'll be having a mock interview. Please observe these things in your mock interview, whatever has been told to you, so that they can find out in the mock interview wherever you need to have further improvement. So that will also be told to you in the mock interview. But at the same time, whatever has been told to you, try to imbibe that into yourself. I'll be sending you a video of this. You can go through this video once again, because some people joined late. They can go through that entire video and they can come to know whatever was covered today. And I am very sure that if you follow these guidelines, you will be very successful in your interviews. So never be, I will once again repeat, always be positive. It might very happen that you are not able to answer 1-2 questions. Now, don't get disheartened immediately after that I am gone. No, you may get another question where you are able to answer beautifully and carry out the interview, carry the again entire interview with you. So wait for your chance. But as Kalia sir had told you, if you don't know something, never say, I don't know. Simply say, I studied that or I had seen that, but at the moment I am not able to recollect. Always have your positive attitude with you and maintain your composure in that interview. That is very important. They are also looking for your emotional strength. Sometimes the interviewer might ask you tough questions and you get nervous. So it tells them that you are not very strong emotionally. So you have to show your emotional strength also over there. So with that, I will again wish you all the best in your mock interviews as well as your actual interviews. And I'll be ending the meeting here. And you will be receiving the videos through your mails. Please keep on checking your mails regularly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arvind Mohan. Thank you, all participants, and thanks to the Rajan Saab. It has been a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir.